I think what it gets back to is the American people, you know, protecting the American people, our families, from any threat, foreign and domestic. I think that's the why. You know, you need that focus. You need, in today's world, you need those people and that mentality. So I think that's my why I get up every day is you know, the Constitution of the United States, the U.S. Army and their 250 years of service to our country, and the American people, protecting us from anything foreign or domestic. I'm Colonel Matt Rivera, and I am the Network Integration Deputy Director for DLA Distribution Headquarters. Come from a family in the military. My father is a 24-year veteran, retired Army. My uncle as well, retired veteran. And my mother is an Army enlisted soldier as well. It even goes further back into World War II. My grandparents are Chamorro, they're Guamanian. They grew up and lived in and through the Japanese occupation on the island of Guam. During the occupation, my grandparents and other pockets of Chamorros, Guamanians, they fled and lived in the jungle from 41 to 44. So they were living in the jungle from 41 to 44 for 3 years until the United States went back to reclaim possession in 44. So specifically in Guam in 44, my grandparents, they knew when the U.S. was coming back to reclaim possession because of course they were bombing the island first to flush out the Japanese, and then the Marines, they came onto the island, military services, they came onto the island, and a pocket of 12 Chamorro men, Guamanians, my grandfather included, came to the beachfront and met the Marines and said, hey, we've been surviving, escaping, resisting, and evading the Japanese for the past 3 years. We know where they're hiding out. So they were given weapons, that group of 12 Chamorros, my grandfather Ignacio Rivera, one of them, and said, show us where they are so we can kill them and capture them. And so the group went in, they led the Marines. Out of those 12 Chamorros that went into the jungle, there was only 10 that survived. 2 were killed. So out of those 10, 2 were given military awards, 2 Silver Stars and 8 Bronze Stars. My grandfather was one of the Bronze Star recipients. That group of 10, they were known as the mop-up crew, is what their nickname was. And they were never forgotten by the military. When they all passed, they were all given full military burials. In 49, 50, my father, uncle, aunt, they're all born on the island. My dad's brother is 19 years old and is drafted off the island of Guam for Vietnam. Comes to the U.S., 11 Bravo, goes into Vietnam as a 19-year-old and was shot up so bad that he's got one leg shorter than the other, but continued his military career and retired as a sergeant first class. My father volunteers to go to Vietnam. He enlists in the Army and comes back, does his one-site unit training, goes over to Vietnam, does his 2 tours over there, and then comes back into California, and that's where he meets my mother, who is enlisted in the Army, and she's doing a lot of the in-processing for the soldiers that are coming back from Vietnam. So that's where she initially just met my father's brother and then was introduced to my father. And so they met on active duty enlisted in the Army. Ended up, my father, a full career, 24 years, got out as a sergeant major. My mother did her first enlistment, got out. Father retires in the 80s. I go to college in the late 90s, early 2000. Things are going well, and you know, academics were in line, and I said to myself, you know, there's more I can do. I can add a little bit more to my plate. Honestly, I see a recruiting center, and I go in and talk to a recruiter, and you know, I said, hey, you know, I'm in college right now. I want to finish it. Let's set something up and see where what I can do in the military, if there's anything you can offer. One of the first things they showed me was 88 mics, so a truck driver, and I said, you know, that's cool, but do you have anything else? And then he showed me howitzers, 155 towed howitzers, and I said, that looks pretty good. Why don't I try that there? So went down to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And then, like I said, in 2003, commissioned onto active duty. So, so my father had just retired, you know, a few years before that, but was able to come to my commissioning, was able to give me my first salute, and then went on active duty. Been in the service active side now for 22 years, and the whole 22 years has been all in the Army service. And like I said, this is the first time coming over into another environment, which is DLA. So what insight can I bring to DLA distribution? So from the Army's perspective, and I think this goes with any service, that we understand the importance of readiness. You know, we understand the importance of physical readiness, medical readiness, but equipment readiness as well. And DLA distribution plays a big role in readiness for our services, for our military. So I think bringing the understanding of knowing the importance of readiness for the military, for the American people, I think I can bring that sense of urgency from my service to the headquarters. So if you start to, you know, understand military history, you start to figure out your family history, you kind of look what's behind it. What are the values behind it? What's lying behind our 250 years, this ideal of the concept of the Constitution of the United States? So I think that's one reason why I do serve and why I continue to serve, is just that ideal and those values.